Hey, how's it going, Tom? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Wanted to first thank you for trying out our site auditor. I hope you found some insight out of that. Now, if you didn't receive that site auditor yet, feel free to email me, and I'll be sure to make sure that it gets your way. We've had some issues with it forwarding out to the emails, and so if you haven't gotten it, we definitely want to make sure that you got that. I wanted to follow up here with a video analysis and provide some further insight with what I can see as a search marketer in terms of your SEO, and see what's been working for you as well as how to move forward. So I understand your website here is Garvey.com, and the keyword you're actually looking to rank for is accumulation. Now, I had to look up what accumulation actually meant, but now taking a look at your website, doing a little bit of homework, I understand why you want to rank for the word accumulation and maybe accumulator as well, right? So let me go ahead and get started. First thing I did, I pulled up a tool called Ahrefs, which allows search marketers like myself to take a look at the metrics of a website, right? What I can see right off the bat is your referring domains and your backlinks. So it looks like you're sitting at about 136 referring domains on 816 backlinks. The so basically what a referring domain and backlink is the number of websites out there that are currently linking back to your website via a hyperlink. What I mean by that is if there's a website out there, right, and it talks about efficiency. It's called efficiencyblog.com, and they talk about some kind of systematic approach to maximizing efficiency in a certain blah blah blah. And at the end of the post, they say, "Hey, go check out this website for any accumulation solutions you need." Right? And they have Garvey, and then it says Garvey.com. And if people click on that link, it'll take them to your website, Garvey.com. So actually, all those links and all those websites out there that are currently pointing back to your website, kind of like that, Google actually tracks all this, right? And they use that to determine how authoritative your website is. And so kind of think of it as like a popularity contest. As long as the websites are good quality, they're the kind of websites that are relevant to your space, as long as you get a lot of those websites pointing back to your website, it shows Google that you're authoritative because you're more popular. It's as if like all these websites out there in the web sphere are going out of their way to refer your business, to refer your website via that link. And so you want to collect a lot of these links and make sure that they're pointing back to your website so you can show Google that you're a very popular website, and you also have a lot of authority because you have all these other websites out there that are referring your website. Right? So right now you're sitting at about 136 referring domains on 816 backlinks. I would highly recommend that you get it up to at least about 300-400 on about 3,000, 4,000 backlinks. Reason being is you're not targeting local keywords, right? Where it's a lot easier to rank. Like this would be perfectly fine for a local company. But since you're definitely capturing national phrases like accumulation, accumulator, and things like that, where you're definitely going to see some competition out there, you definitely want to make sure that you're up to about 300-400 referring domains on 3,000-4,000 backlinks. It's just going to help show Google that you are a legit website that's trying to compete at the top of Google for those kinds of phrases. So the next thing I wanted to show you here was what you currently rank for in Google. So this portion right here shows us exactly where your website is ranking and what page is ranking. So you can see right here, surprisingly, the phrase conveyor, you actually gets about 6,900 searches per month. You actually hold the number 4 spot. Now, I don't know how accurate that is. Yeah, I'm not too sure how accurate that measure is, but it looks like you're getting a decent amount of traffic for that. It looks like Garvey, obviously, you're holding the number 8 spot for that. We definitely want to make sure that you're at the number 1 spot, especially because that's your brand name, right? So we really want to make sure that Garvey is the number 1 spot for that. Definitely possible. Like I said, you just need more links on your website. That's going to be huge. Accumulation tables. Accumulation table looks like you're number 3 and 4 for that, and accumulator table. What I wanted to show you here is how many searches. Next is how many searches the phrase accumulation gets and accumulator gets. So it looks like it's about 11,000 searches per month. Accumulator gets 5,000 searches per month. And you can actually see right here, this is the keyword difficulty, and so it's on a scale of 0 to 90, 1 to 100. 20 and 23 isn't bad, but it definitely is one of those things that we would need to work a little bit for about 8 months of SEO for us to see you on the first page for those kinds of phrases. That's just what I've noticed in experience from about in the lower 20s keyword difficulty, and how long it takes to actually rank our clients for that with our ongoing SEO efforts. So keep that in mind. If you definitely still want to rank for these kinds of keywords, we can absolutely do that. It's just a matter of continuing to do SEO efforts until you're at the top. So what I noticed right off the bat here, if the big call to action right here is this: improve throughput up to 30%, right? And then learn more. That's the call to action. You can see right here that it actually this is the inner URL, and I don't know why the canonical was designed like this, but it's very confusing. Just looking at it, and Google's going to find it confusing looking at it. What I would instead do is I would actually clean this up and shoot, you talk about an accumulator right here, right? An accumulation. I would make this garvey.com/accumulation or accumulator, and that's it. None of this rest of the stuff. That way you're showing Google exactly what this page is about, and then because your inner page, the URL, it has the keyword in it, your header tag is going to have the keyword in it, and we're going to sprinkle in a little bit of these kinds of keywords and similar words throughout the content on the website or on the web page. It's really just going to show Google that you're highly relevant for the keyword accumulation or accumulator, kind of depending on what you're wanting to go after. And so, I mean, you have a decent amount of content on here. Google can't read these infographics, right? They're images. They can't read out text. I don't know if they can at this point, but like if it was an image of a house, they can't determine it's an image of a house. So I don't know if they can actually read this text. To be on the safe side, I would make sure that, I mean, the infographics look great. I would recommend you just have more content right here, because this right here, this kind of text, Google can absolutely read. And so I would shoot for about 1,500 words of content. Just talk about further about what an accumulator is, how it can benefit them. Some more stuff, because you have a great, like the Garvey line analysis right here, and it's a great YouTube video. Like I said, just have more content on here, and then we're just going to throw some links. So it's like this big trifecta. So what we're doing is we're making your website more authoritative and more popular because you have these links, right? And then what we're doing is we're optimizing your web page to specifically target that keyword, right? There's not a lot of people out there that do SEO, surprisingly, and really understand how Google's algorithm works. But by implementing the things that I just mentioned, it shows Google that you're highly relevant for the keyword that the person's searching for, and Google's just going to give you a lot of credit for it because you're just completely optimized and you're making it very easy for Google to understand exactly what you want to rank for. This is the kind of thing that has worked extremely well for our previous clients, and we want to show you, and we want to provide those kinds of results for you as well, right? And one last thing I just want to mention is the reason why the thought process behind what I was talking about with the content and everything is because it kind of makes sense when you think about what Google is as a search engine, right? So their goal when a person searches something into Google is to make sure that the first web page that shows at the top of Google is the one that is the most, organically at least, is the most relevant to the searcher query, right? So if someone's out there searching up how to be the best clown in the world, right, the first organic website that Google wants to show at the top is the kind of website that has a lot of authority in it, in that space about clowns in general, right? So they have a lot of links from people in the clown industry that are linking to that website, and that specific web page has a lot of good content on there, right? So that content, if someone were to type in how to be the best clown in the world, this web page would talk about exactly what it means to be the best clown in the world. It would talk about the history of clowns, the outfit, what it means to be the best clown, maybe the benefits of being the best clown, the challenges of being the best clown, outfits, maybe some YouTube videos of some acts that clowns do. too, right? So you have a lot of content on there that Google can read, and just have a lot of good information, right? So that when people come and search for the phrase "how to be the best clown in the world," that web page that was tailored specifically completely around that key phrase is highly relevant and something that Google wants to show at the top of Google, because it has good information. It has all the links on there. It has everything that Google's looking for to show that this absolutely deserve the #1 spot, because they just have all the good elements of SEO on there. So that's the kind of thing that we would do for you, Tom, and I would love to work further with you in this. It's just kind of a matter of getting started. So what I'll do is, when I shoot you this email, I'll attach my phone number at the end of it. That way, if you have any questions about what I talked about, we can hash that out and just kind of talk further. Otherwise, we can bounce back and forth through email, no problem with me there. And then it's just kind of a matter of figuring out what you want to do, your timeline, as well as cost and price and things like that, and then just getting started, right? So again, like I said, I really appreciate it if you watch this video all the way through. I hope you got some further insight out of this at the very least, and look forward to talking to you soon. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day and week, and take care. Thank you.